The results from the governorship and state assembly elections seems to be rounding up gradually, as 25 out of the 28 states that took part in the polls have been declared by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). Out of the 25 declared states, the All Progressive Congress (APC) won in 15 states. The People's Democratic Party (PDP) bagged 8 states. The New Nigeria People's Party (Nnpp) won 1 state, and the Labour Party won in 1 state. The further breakdown indicates that out of the APC 15 state wins, 7 re-election bids were won for Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos, Dapo Abiodun of Ogun State, Abdurrahman Abdulrazak of Kwara, Inuwa Yahya of Gombe, Maimala Muni of Yobe State, Abdullahi Sule of Nasarawa, and Babagana Zulum of Borno State. The APC also had 8 new governors-elect, which include Umar Namadi of Jigawa State, Ahmed Aliyu Sokoto of Sokoto State, Diko Rada of Katsina, Uba Sani of Kaduna State, Basi Otu of Cross River, Mohammed Bago of Niger, Hyacinth Aliya of Benue, and Francis Nwifuru of Ebonyi State. For the PDP, 2 re-election bids, which are Seyi Makinde of Oyo State, Bala Mohammed of Bauchi, have been won so far, and 6 first-term governors-elect have been secured, and they are Umo Eno of Akwa Ibom State, Siminalayi Fubara of Rivers State, Kefis Agu of Taraba State, Caleb Moftang of Plateau State, and Sheriff Oborivori of Delta State. For the NNPP, it was a historic win in Kano State for the party and its candidate, Abba Kabir, to have secured its first governorship win in the state in more than 20 years. However, elections in Kebbi and Adamawa State have been declared inconclusive, while collation in Abia and Enugu State have been suspended to review some results in certain parts of the state. It was also observed that in many states, the dynamics changed after the presidential elections, with political parties clinging to the victories after losing to the opposition during the 25th February presidential election. In Lagos, the All Progressive Congress (APC) had lost to the Labour Party during the presidential poll, but things changed during the governorship elections held on Saturday. APC's Babajide Sanwo-Olu has been declared the winner, while the candidate of the Labour Party, Gbadebo Rhodes Viver, came a distant second.
I declare that Sanwo-Olu Babajide Olushola of APC, having satisfied the requirements of the law by scoring 25% in 2/3 of the local government areas of the state, and also having the highest number of votes cast, and meeting the requirements of the law, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected.
The Labour Party's candidate alleges rigging, while there are many reported cases of violence and voter suppression during the election.
Completely condemn the entirety of this election in every clear term. This was a sham of an election. It was a compromise. It was an illegality that has not been perpetrated in Lagos since I've been born. This was an election where entire agents of a party were chased away from their polling units. This was an election where people were standing, and if you came to vote and you were not Labour Party, they were beating you. I've had to pay the bill for over 12 people. One was in concussion, he just woke up today. One's leg is completely broken, he has to go into surgery. And I've been doing this entire morning. I cannot even transfer money again because I'm done transferring just on hospital bills. So I condemn this. I will never call Babajide Sanwo-Olu to congratulate him for this shambolic, this sham of an election, this violence that's literally setting a precedent for war in the next election, because nobody is going to come into elections believing that they will discuss ideas and issues anymore.
It was the same story in Oyo State, where Seyi Makinde of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) led APC's Teslim Folarin with a wide margin as against what transpired during the presidential election when APC won. In Katsina, the PDP won the presidential election, but APC took over the battlefield as INEC announced Diko Rada of the APC as the winner of the election. The APC won the presidential election in Zamfara, but the PDP's Dauda Lawal leads APC's governor Bello Matawalle after final collation and was declared winner by the INEC returning officer.
Number 4, that Lawal Dauda of political party PDP, having satisfied the requirement of the law, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected.
In Benue State, despite the governor showing support for Labour Party's Peter Obi, the APC won the presidential election in the state, and its gubernatorial candidate, Hyacinth Alia, has won the state governorship election held on Saturday, 18th of March. Mr. Alia, a Roman Catholic priest, defeated his closest challenger, Titus Uba of the People's Democratic Party (PDP). Mr. Uba is the current Speaker of the Benue State House of Assembly. In Kano State, the Nnpp has won the majority of votes, just like it did in the presidential election. INEC has declared its candidate, Abba Kabir Yusuf, winner of the election on Monday morning.
That Yusuf Abba Kabir of Nnpp, having satisfied the requirements of the law, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected.
In the presidential election, Plateau voted for Labour Party's Peter Obi, but Plateau State governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Caleb Muftang, won Saturday's governorship election held in the state.
Mutamfa Caleb Manasseh of PDP, having satisfied of the law, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected.
In Abia State, Alex Otti of the Labour Party won the governorship election, polling 175,467 votes to defeat his closest rival, Chief Oke Ahiwe of the ruling People's Democratic Party (PDP), who scored 88,529 votes. Eyunaya Nwafo of the Young People's Party (YPP) came third with 28,972 votes. Some Lagos residents shared their thoughts with Biscom TV crew on the processes and outcomes of the 2023 governorship and State House of Assembly elections so far.
Elections, actually I didn't have the opportunity to participate. One, because by the time I got to where I had registered to vote, they had stopped issuing out the registering, the voter's card. But you know, with the social media, you see a lot of people saying one thing or the other. This was this, they didn't vote well here. But what we noticed in the general election was that we saw a lot of, casualties. That's what I noticed. I saw a lot of, injuries, people bleeding from head, that they were attacked by thugs, which, is not supposed to be. I believe elections should be free, fair, without bias, without whatever tribal or wherever you come from, it should be free and fair.
It's good. INEC may not be able to, you may not be able to award them 100% for performance, but they have done incredibly well. That's the truth in this instance. And then the election was peaceful. At least if I voted, my polling unit, they even gave us police, even though we didn't need it. In the last presidential, we didn't have any security agent, and my polling unit was still very peaceful here in Lagos, But that last Saturday, we had a police officer who was just enjoying ourselves because there was nothing really to do. So the election was peaceful, and the candidate people wanted to win, we voted and won and everything. So generally, and from the report I've had from everywhere, the election was peaceful, and I think the result we have in Lagos is what people really want. It's not issue of one party or the other, So let's just accept the result we have. Let's just accept. I will encourage people that they should not foment any trouble. They should not say that there is rigging or whatever. I don't think so. But INEC has really tried in this instance. INEC has really tried. Let me use this instance. When I belong to a group and they were posting update from Ogun State. So, and I saw APC, PDP, ADC, and one other party. I asked the West Labour Party. They said no, there was no candidate for Labour Party. Excuse me, this is Nigeria. If any party want to win across, you will have candidate for all the positions. Once you don't have it, it means that it will be very tough for you to win the election. That's the truth. So you can't present a candidate for this position and there's no candidate for that position. No, it doesn't work that way. But if you look at the other parties that are winning, for instance, APC, PDP, and they have candidates for all the positions, and that has helped them because everywhere they are campaigning about one candidate or the other. So my advice to other parties is that just take it that is a learning process or a learning curve. So go back, regroup, re-strategize, and come out to win.
God said you should pray for those on top, respect those on the head. To me, I feel since Bajide Lushola was returned back, it's good. So let him continue from where he stopped and complete the assignment. Those in National Assembly, though I voted, I said let me just do my civil responsibility, right? I did it. So if they should know what is good, let them do it. That's my concern. I'm not after whether this one is a Yoruba man, it's an Igbo man, or a Calabar man. When we are Nigerians, we are one.
From the presidential elections to the governorship election, Biscom TV has keenly reported events as they unfolded to inform and educate the public while they exercise their franchise.